right, parents, once again, welcome back to our November Parent as Part of Network PPN meeting. So glad to have you. So glad you guys showed up for us tonight. Ms. Singleton, do me a favor. You can stop sharing right quick until we get to you guys so you can see the principal's face. We're going to have the principal start off the meeting first. Once again, parents, if you have not yet done so, please make sure you put your child's name and grade inside the chat. Your child's name and grade inside the chat. Thank you everybody for coming. Oh, Ms. Diaz, I do see you now. Yes, now I know what that is. Thank you. For some of the parents, I'm seeing you twice today. For the second time, some of you guys decided to gracefully join us for our assessment workshop we have for parents, kind of going over. Ms. Jackson, don't forget to put Jeremiah's grade in there. Name and grade. Thank you. Name and grade. We had assessment on-site training today at 9 a.m. and also 4 p.m. And basically, our testing coordinators, Ms. Alexander, Ms. Hunt, Ms. Moore, from all three schools, talked about the assessments that we take at school and why we take them and the importance that it is for you and your child. So we take the I think starting in kindergarten, I think Ms. Anderson can correct me. I think kindergarten starts out with iReady. With iReady is a new diagnostic test that we started taking this year for the district. I think it goes kindergarten through 10th grade. You guys should be familiar with NWA, also MAP testing. We've been doing that for several years. That's also tracks academic progress and the proficiency. And then leading all the way up to PSAT and SAT. So those ladies broke that down for us, explaining the significance of the test and then how each kid progress is tracked and the information you should receive at home. So parents, at this point in time, you should have received your students' fall NWA data report and should be in the process. I think middle school went out already, the iReady report, and also elementary for iReady. High school, we're still in the final phase of testing for the high school. So parents, if you have not yet received your uh, iReady and as well as your NWA family report, please put it in a text message. I'll make sure the school reaches out and give it to you. It's very important that you know where your child is at and support us in getting your child to the next level. All right. I'm going to have Principal Ross. Now, Ross is joining right now. So if I could have Mr. Anderson from elementary school to start us off, and then we'll go elementary, middle, and then go to high.
Good evening, parents. Thank you for joining us tonight. First, I'm gonna go over the thank yous from the last month. Thank you all for participating, having your child participate in the Scholastic Book Fair. With that, those book purchases, I want to explain our book fair. So when a student purchases books, obviously we know that they will benefit because they'll have a book at home to read. We do encourage them to purchase books opposed to the little trinkets and the pencils and the toys. We want them to purchase a book first. But when you send money and they purchase books, what that does is we send that money to the Scholastic Book Fair, um, and then they convert that money into what they call Scholastic dollars. And so with the Scholastic dollars, we're able to purchase more books. So it's somewhat of a cycle. So the more money we make through the book fair, the more books the students purchase, the more Scholastic dollars we're able to use to purchase more books for our students. So I thank you for that. We had 400 plus participants at our Truck or Treat event. It was a great event. Thank you, parents, for coming out for that as well. Moving into November, there was a slight delay on the report cards being mailed out because of some technical issues. We have resolved those issues, and so parents should have received report cards. If you haven't, please contact the main office. In regards to after school tutoring, we did schedule after school tutoring to start sometime in December, but I am running into a challenge with finding teachers who are going to be tutoring. And so once I find those teachers, we'll start them the after school tutoring. And last but not least, I'm moving towards finding some after school enrichment opportunities for our students. And so we have a couple of programs that we're going to be starting. We have chess for the elementary. We're going to be starting that in a couple of weeks. And so we're going to find out which students will be interested in chess. Um, I'm meeting with an organization that we partnered with last year, Code 313. They offer after school enrichments for students learning how to develop video games. So we partnered with them last year for a couple of weeks, and so we want to restart that partnership. And we are also meeting with the Tuskegee Airmen. They do drone training. In the other buildings, I believe they've partnered with this organization before to teach students how to use drones and everything that's related to that. And so we are looking to find something for an elementary level in that regard. So I'll keep everyone posted. Of course, with these programs, they're going to be after school. And then we have to figure out what targeted group we're going to be using or what students will be participating with these. So I'm meeting with the vendors in the next couple of weeks. Um, that's all I have. I'm here if you have any questions. Thank you.
Principal Anderson, is there a certain grade that we're starting off with tutoring and then we're gonna build it up, or what's the correct how are we starting it off?
Well, tutoring, once I get the teachers, we're going to start with probably first through fifth. We don't, the kindergartners don't do well with the tutoring. So after school, it's a long day for them. Um, but like I said, I'm running into challenges. I don't have enough teachers who have volunteered to do the after school tutoring.
Gotcha, gotcha. Okay, so Principal Anderson will keep us posted as we start to get more people to tutor, then we'll do more, open it up to more and more students. But right now, we got to try to figure out we have a resource shortage as far as tutors are concerned.
And I do want to add that this is just an addition to an academic support addition because we do have a lot of supports within the school day. They have intervention times. Um, we have paraprofessionals who pull groups. We have our high dosage tutors and our interventionists who pull groups throughout the day. And so we do understand that everyone can't stay after school. So we make sure that those supports are in the school day as well. But this is just something additional that we wanted to push out.
Got it. Got it. Thank you. So, parents, if you have any questions for Principal Anderson, you can put it in the chat and we'll try to catch up with it, or you can always unmute yourself. But he's here for questions. So, if any questions for the elementary school, anything, just put it in the chat and I'll look for it and catch it, and we can ask Principal Anderson to get some clarity on it. Thank you, Principal Anderson. Moving on to the middle school, Principal Green.
Good evening, everybody. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Y'all good? I know y'all can't say good.
We good.
You good? You
We
good.
good.
I'm gonna make
We
sure
I'm
the
good.
parents
good.
good. You good. We know you good, Mr. Williams.
Hey, I'm over here 10 toes down, brother. I'm 10 toes.
uh, so for the middle schools, a lot is going on. We have a plethora of things going on every month. We have things that we focus on, and we have events, academic things, for SEL things, which is social emotional learning. We have a number of things for October. I'm just going to talk about a few things. You know, each month the district has a theme or a value that we look at. And for the month of October was caring. And so what we did with that, you know, we tried to in our building, we tried to make sure each day we're doing something to display that that trait, whether it's um, with students, whether with staff, whether with our vendors, whomever come to the building, we push that trait all week, all month, and so you should ask your students on the daily basis about the character trait and what have they done to try to exhibit that in the building for each month. So that's something that we do every day in our building, and we try to make sure we model it as the staff, and we want the students to model it to each other, and to be peers and to be mentors for their peers as well. We didn't do trunk and treat. We did trunk and table, which is the same thing for the harvest. People say harvest. We call it harvest. Some people call it Halloween. Whatever you call it, doesn't really matter. Uh, but we like to acknowledge that we have children, and we want to make sure the children are safe. And so we know children went out for Halloween and did things. But what I did in my schools, and have always done, I try to give it to them in my school. That way, it ensures that they don't have to go out into the neighborhood and deal with potential hazards. And so that was a really great day. They was able to wear their costumes, and we had a great day doing that. And it was a fun day for the kids as well as for the staff. Took a lot of pictures, a lot of exciting things on that day. So that happened. We also had a last month anti-bullying prevention presentation, and that was done. It was for the whole student bodies talking about anti-bullying tactics, details, all the things that we want our kids to be great citizens and understand the importance of not bullying or understanding what is really bullying and what is not bullying. And because oftentimes students will they'll have a conversation with each other and they're going back and forth and one doesn't like what somebody said and then they'll say he's bullying, but they were both in a conversation going back and forth. And that's not bullying. So we had get them to understand the difference between bullying and what is bullying. Really, not to bully anybody because no one wants to be bullied, and we don't. I don't really care for bullies at no level. So we're just trying to teach them about bullying and how to prevent it and how to detect it early and how to avoid it if possible. Very good seminar for our kids, and it was we had a group. I forget where they came from a mental health uh, uh, organization. Can't remember the name right now, but they came in and did it with our students with the help of our counselors and our other staff. So really good day for that for learning and did really also showing them or having them understand what empathy is all about. How do you show empathy? And so we always want to make sure kids understand that trait because that they'll need that trait as they continue to grow and become young adults and become one day who knows parents or whatnot. So we were always trying to build them up to ensure that they can take these traits with them as they mature in their life. The other thing we did, uh, some of our not all our students, we have a young gentleman group, and we and it's all three buildings, elementary, middle school, and high school, and we for what we did, the Million Man March was 30 years ago, and we wanted to make sure that we at least acknowledge what it was and make sure our students, our black boys, knew what that was and what that entailed. And we were fortunate to have a, um, a, a, uh, a seminar, and we had two distinguished people from the city of Detroit. One name is Reverend Victor Muhammad, and the other guy's former state senator Bert Johnson, who came in and really gave their experiences about attending that march, and really talked about how their life had come full circle, and really talked about the challenges that they had as a young person themselves. So to kind of give more of a context of what that march was about, it was about reconciliation and atonement and things like that. So we were trying to teach the kids about their history and about things, traits that they should that they we think will be essential for them as they grow up. And then also more importantly, understanding that where you start doesn't mean that where you're going to finish. And that was the biggest thing Mr. Muhammad and Bert Johnson spoke about because they had some challenging, a real challenging upbringing. And so they wanted the kids to know that anything is possible, no matter where you start, it's where you finish. And so it was just a really great opportunity for our kids to converse with them and to learn about the history of the Million Man March and all that entails. So if your son was in or is in the Young Gentlemen's Club, you should probably ask them about that and see how they felt about that experience itself. Um, the other thing that we did last month, we have the Atlanta, and this is for all the students, Atlanta Life Insurance Visit. And that Atlanta Life Insurance Company is the only black insurance company in the country, and it's actually owned by Magic Johnson. And so we had the kids that they came in and spoke with all our students, sixth grade, seventh grade, eighth grade in assemblies, and talked about financial literacy and all those things that encompasses uh, insurance and wealth and those type of things and planning for the future. So that was a great opportunity for our kids to experience that. And so that happened also in October. So November. So we're in November now, and what we're doing in November, we have a number of things we're doing. The biggest thing we're doing as a whole is on tomorrow, on I guess on Friday, we're taking 150 of our students to Michigan State University for a tour, and they'll get a chance to go visit 4 or 5 colleges: College of Business, College of Engineering, College of Architect, College of something else, Human Services. So they're going to be visiting Michigan State tomorrow, me on Friday. And this really was it was really geared for seventh grade students because this is as part of the that our seventh grade kids are part of our STEM program, and our STEM program, which is a STEM genius, all our seventh graders are part of this elective. And so, uh, unfortunately, every seventh grader would not be going because some seventh graders did not meet the criterion, really not the criterion based on grades, but behavior. And so now we have opened it up to some, and we're going to invite some sixth graders are going now, as well as some eighth graders are going. So all our seventh graders won't be going, but most of them are going. And so, again, this is experience at Michigan State. They get to go on we're going to be on a charter bus and just get a chance to walk around the campus, learn more about the university, and then they have this either second or the first or the second largest dining facility in the country. And so our kids going to be able to go and eat lunch in that facility, which they have very good food up at Michigan State. They really do. Uh, and so it's going to be a great experience for our kids on Friday. So we're looking forward to that uh, with them on Friday. I do want to say we have our after school tutoring up and running. So we implore. We've already reached out to students that we feel like it needs to be there, and then also we're open to having all kids come who wants to come. So we're not eliminating any children because we have some of our kids, some of our higher honor kids who wanted to come to tutoring, and they are in tutoring. So we do tutoring on Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So we encourage your child, if he or she wants to come to tutoring. We are working. It's not a playtime. It's about business. We need to get these grades and these academic skills up. So if they want to come and they want to commit to coming, then we're open to having them come. In addition, we're looking to start doing Saturday school, and so that will be happening soon. We're waiting to get that approved, and so that'll be another avenue for students to come to get some academic enrichment at the middle school. But I'm very serious about the education, and I'm very serious about getting our kids. Our kids are behind, and that's okay. But we understand that, and we're going to get them where they need to get to, and that's why we are doing all these things to really push to get them at grade level, and that's the goal. And so, as well as we do have interventionists in our building, and as well as the elementary. So we feel I feel very good about where we're at this year as opposed to last year. Last year, at this time I was only been in the school maybe 3 or 4 weeks maybe, and there was a lot of concerns, and so we made a lot of changes to our teaching staff, and we made a lot of changes to some of our processes and procedures, as well as offerings. And so we are moving in the right direction, but we're not going to get there unless you guys support us. I'm really serious about educating children, and I don't, please don't get caught in a letter grade with your child. You should get caught in the level where they're at, and ensure that they get to where they need to be at. Just because a person has a doesn't mean the person is at grade level. And so we have found that our kids, many of our kids are bright, but they're not at the grade level they need to be at. And so that is why we're employing what we're doing. And so we don't run from the data. We don't hide. A lot of factors play into that. We know we COVID it's COVID, this is that, whatever it is. I'm not concerned about it at this point. I'm just concerned about moving forward and making it happen and getting to where they need to get to. So not where you start is where you finish. And so that's where I'm at as it relates to education, as it relates to a student achievement. And certainly, again, you'll see we're going to be doing a lot of things. We do a lot of activities in the middle school. We got NAPIT Day coming up, and which is National African American Parent Involvement Day. That is the second Monday in February. That's going to be a big event, and so we want to give you that heads up. And we also have our career fair, another really big event. That would be May 15th or 9th. I can't remember what that Friday. That's another big day. Those are two major programs we're going to be doing this year that we want as many parents, if matter of fact, we want all the parents in the middle school to be at those events. So giving you a heads up early on to know what we're doing, as well as our National Reading Month, which is March. We will have a big day doing some with that too. So it's about literacy, it's about academic achievement, and so we're going to need you guys to be part of that process. And so we thank you. And so if there are any questions for me, please you can ask them right now.
Green, Principal Green, you got one question. They asked, what were the days for the tutoring again and what time?
Monday, Wednesday, Thursday from 3:30 to 5 o'clock.
Is that all subjects?
Math and ELA.
Math, ELA.
Yep.
All right, all right. That was a question we had from Miss Gould. Yeah, math and ELA on Monday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays.
Yep.
All right, Principal Ross, high school principal, you're up next on the mic.
All right. Hi, everybody. All right. There's been a lot going on. Our athletic teams did amazing. So we're very proud of them. Our football team brought one of the trophies back home that hadn't been at CPA in a lot of years. Not sure how many, was it 8 or was it 11? I don't know. It was a lot for that one. But they did
Eight
win.
years, 8 years,
8
8 years.
years, 8 years. I knew it was one of
It's
those
the hard
numbers.
hat, 8 years.
Yeah, so that was a great celebration for our guys. They did amazing. Just a great group of young men. And then our volleyball team, they did really well too. So our volleyball team, they brought home one of the trophies, and then they made it to the next round, but they unfortunately were eliminated as well. But those girls fought hard. It was close. Great group of girls. So we're really excited about our sports. Basketball season is about to start, so I know our girls have been in the gym practicing, and so have our guys. And so we hope that you'll come out and support them. Our band is doing amazing. And I know we have some middle school students in our band as well, but they just came back from Ohio where they brought back three trophies, three first place trophies. They were at Simmons College. No, it was in Kentucky. My bad. They were in Kentucky. They brought home three first place trophies and excited about that. Tomorrow, I am going to celebrate with the band. I'm going to give them a pizza party at the high school and just kind of talk to them a little bit and just show them how proud of them I am. And I just want to celebrate them. You know, we celebrate so many people, and our band has done phenomenal since I've been here. And that's just been a short amount of time, but they've won so many trophies and went to so many competitions. And so we're very excited about that. Our choir has a concert this Friday, November 21st at 7 o'clock. You can purchase the tickets online. They're only $10. This is their first concert of this school year. So we're really excited about that as well. So if you are available, please come out for that. Our JROTC, they are traveling. Not sure where they're traveling to, but they're getting ready to go to a competition. And I know next month they're going to, I don't know if it's an archery competition. They go to so many competitions. Our CTE classes, they've been going to different competitions and different field trips. Our STEM coordinator, Mr. Wise, has been taking students all over to so many different places to experience so many different things. And I know that our DECA store is now open after school. Our CTE business marketing class, our students run that themselves. And so they do run that after school. So if you want to send your kids with a couple of dollars to support our students, that would be awesome. We do have an assembly tomorrow for the 11th graders. Let me pull up the name of our presenter because I don't want to get it wrong. Her name is Professor Atuwene, and she has written a book, and it is about the housing crisis, and she's going to talk to our students tomorrow on how the housing crisis affected Detroit. So that should be a great assembly. All of our juniors are going to it, and it's great for students that are in social studies classes, and just to hear and learn more about what's going on, well, what went on, and some things that are still unfortunately continue to go on and affect African Americans when it comes to housing and the availability in the areas as well. So I think that's a great lesson for our students to learn early in life and to see how far we've come and just how far we still have to go. So those are some things that are taking place. You know, we have our break that's coming up. So Tuesday will be our students' last day in the building, and then it will be Thanksgiving break. We do have tutoring. Right now, we have tutoring from the TRIO program, which is through the University of Michigan Flint. On Mondays and Tuesdays, it is tutoring for English and social studies. And on Tuesdays on Tuesdays, it is tutoring for math and science. We're going to start Math for Success, which will be a tutoring group just strictly for math. We're going to put students in there. We haven't started that yet. We're still getting everything worked out with our vendor. And so once we get that worked out, I'll have more information for you next month. But we're going to put our students in there that really need the additional help in math. So if our students are struggling or failing the math class, we're going to handpick those students. We're also working with another group to provide tutoring, and that will be all subjects. And how many days a week did we say, Mr. Williams, for that one?
Two 2 days a week. Wednesday
The
and Thursday.
The new
Wednesday
one
and
is coming.
Thursday.
Okay,
Yeah.
Wednesday and Thursday. This is for grades 9 through 12. So all of our tutoring is available for grades 9 through 12. But Monday and Tuesday, what we have right now, is not going to be next week because of the holiday, but we'll pick back up after we come back from holiday break. But any of your students that are grades 9 through 12 are available to go. Monday is social studies and ELA, and Tuesday is math and science. And once we get those other groups up and running, we will definitely communicate that as well. Our goal is to get as many interventions available for our students. You know, our teachers do have office hours, so make sure you get those office hours. They will stay at least one day after school for an hour. Some teachers stay additional days. So make sure you check in, parents, with the teachers so that our students can be as successful and be as successful as possible. We have been doing iReady testing And we're almost at the 95% mark to have our students tested for iReady. That's our ninth and 10th grade students. And it's just pretty much a diagnostic tool to see where they are, what grade levels they're reading at and performing at as far as math and ELA, what help they may need additionally. So it gives you a good readout on some of the skills they may need additional practice in. And my goal is for our teachers to really work with the students in those areas, along with our high dosage tutors, and get those skills built up because we really want our students to be successful whenever they walk out of CPA and whatever they choose to do in life. Did I miss anything, Mr. Williams? I think that's about it.
I think that's it, man. I think you covered everything. Um, Concert, tutoring.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think we
Assembly
good.
tomorrow, sports, band.
Sports,
I
yeah,
think I
band. I think
covered
you,
it. Yeah.
RCC, TTA, you covered the
Yeah.
gamut.
Yeah.
Parents, if there are any questions for Principal Ross in the high school, please make sure you put in the chat. I'll read it. As you can see, all three schools principals talked about the importance of proficiency, and that's our goal to make sure that we are offering support services. Ms. Ross talked about office hours, about tutoring. Principal Green talked about, yeah, kid may have a good grade on the report card, and we're not anti-report card. We're just pro proficiency. So we have to get past the report card, look at the reports that we had a training today, whether it be M-Step, whether it be NWA, whether it be iReady. Look at where your child is scoring, and let's make sure that we have a plan for your child, and we need your support to make sure that things we start in the school day we can do is additional support at home and get your child caught up to where they're supposed to be at. We don't care where they've been at. We care where they're going, and that's the key. So if you're in the eighth grade or on the fourth grade reading level, it's okay. We're gonna work together with the parent and the student to get you up to grade level. That's what true education is. It's to grow you to get you caught up to where you're supposed to be. Before I have Miss
Oh, Mr. Williams, sorry.
go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
I
Go
know
ahead.
our attendance clerks are on here, like our attendance officers, but we have had attendance celebrations for students that have had great attendance. So last month, they had a wonderful celebration. Well, this month, actually, they had a taco bar. And so the students that had great attendance were able to come down and they were fed the taco bar. I know the upcoming one is popcorn and a movie for students that have great attendance. So please try to get your student here at school so that they can participate in a lot of the rewards as well.
Ms. Mason, yeah, so tutoring for high school is Mondays and Tuesdays at 3:30 to 5 o'clock. ELA and social studies, I think, is Monday,
Monday,
and science and math is Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Um, Whether your child plays athletics, student athletes have to maintain a 2.3 GPA. So if your child is struggling, needs support, the coaches are very much aware that we are pro student before athlete. So they just need to let their coach know I need to go to tutoring for a little bit here, 35, 40 minutes. And Ms. Ross mentioned high school does have office hours. So one day a week, each teacher stays for like 45 minutes. So they can just pop in and we'll send that schedule out again, parents, if you didn't get it, to letting you know what days the teachers have office hours and stay after. That's outside of tutoring. That's every week, once a week they stay after. Um, so with our presentation tonight is talking about attendance. And parents, we do need your support with this first hour attendance. First hour attendance, students are coming in late. Yes, so the coaches should be, I'm sorry, Ms. Phillips, may answer your question before I forget it. Coaches should be checking in on grades as well as the athletic director. But the coaches know that students are supposed to have a 2.3 GPA in order to play. Um, so that's that, and they must maintain that GPA. And the grades are pulled during progress report time and report card time. So the AD makes sure that coaches stay on their students to make sure they carry that GPA and they're being responsible to make sure they maintain that. Track trials don't start for all three schools until the spring. Track is a spring sport, so like in April, that's when track trials start. So again, we need your help with this first hour attendance. We have a lot of students that's missing a ton of enriched education time, getting to school at 15, 20 minutes late, and then they're actually then they're failing their class, their first hour class, because they are not getting to first hour class on time. So parents, it's probably the most the 1 hour that we see the most D's and F's in, and a lot of that's because they're not being on time. We offer free breakfast at 7:30 in the morning for all three schools. So we suggest that you get your child here for free breakfast, and there's no way they should be late for school because they're here on time early for breakfast. It's free. Yep. So Ms. Mason, you're gonna whoever attendance person your child school goes to, they're gonna be talking tonight. We'll give you their email address, and they can support you if your child was marked incorrect. Oh, the college trip from middle school. I'm trying to answer as much as I can. That was for is Mr. Green, but that's eighth and seventh
That
grade.
that was it was initially for seventh grade only,
Yeah.
and then through the STEM program, kids who are STEM juniors, that was just for seventh grade only. But there were kids in the seventh grade who did not meet the requirement, and so we selected 16 kids from sixth grade and 20, I think 5 kids from eighth grade. And so those kids were selected based on a number of things. I don't know the criteria, all of them, but so those kids were are going on the field trip. We sent the field trips slip on to those parents. The parents have signed off on them, and so I don't know all the kids' name. I just know there were 16 sixth graders and 25 eighth graders, along
Okay.
with 105 seventh graders.
Total. Okay. Okay. So some eighth graders, some a lot more seventh graders, and some sixth graders. Parents, I'm going to
Yes.
pause for the question in the chat and have Ms. Singleton and her team do their presentation. But I do want to read something to you very quickly because we're talking about proficiency and attendance and reading. It says 20 minutes of reading every student every day. Here's the impact. A student who reads 1 minute per day is exposed to 8,000 words per year and scores in the 10th percentile on standardized tests. I'm gonna send this out to you too because you probably can't see it. Um, but it says a student who reads 5 minutes per day is exposed to 282,000 words per year. So from 1 minute, 8,000 words per year to 5 minutes, just 4 more minutes, 282,000 words per year. And they score in the 50th percentile on standardized tests. The next one says a student who reads 20 minutes per day is exposed to 1.8 million words per year and scores in the 90th percentile on standardized tests. It doesn't matter what they're reading, the fact that they're reading. So parents, I'm asking you to take this challenge, and we're going to try to do something with the elementary and middle school for a reading challenge. But if kids can read just 20 minutes a day, 5 days a week, you can see the substantial amount of growth and proficiency that takes place from 1 minute to 20 minutes, how many words per year they're exposed to, and then also how they do on standardized tests from 10th percentile to the 90th percentile just by reading 20 minutes a day. Comic books, it can be anything, sports, web, just it's the fact that you're reading that you're being exposed to more and more knowledge and comprehension. So I'm gonna send that out to parents, but we're gonna do a challenge or something. But we need to the more our kids read, the better they would do in life and in standardized testing. With that being said, I'm get off my soapbox. Ms. Sims, I'm gonna turn it over to you and your team, and we can start our attendance presentation.
Good evening, parents and principals and anyone else that's on the line. Thank you so much for showing up tonight. I am so happy to be here and to present to you what we're doing as the attendance agents here at Chandler Park. My name is Dawn Singleton. I am the district pupil accountant and compliance facilitator. With my pupil accounting title, it coincides with attendance. Okay. Um, our staff, we have an attendance agent in each building. The elementary school is Mrs. Jacqueline Robinson. Um, the middle school is Mrs. Monique Dillard. High school is Mrs. and she's new to the job and doing a wonderful job. Mrs. Tina Pace, and I have their numbers up there. And when we spoke about emails, I asked them to put their emails in the chat for you. You can reach out if you have any questions or concerns. You can always reach out to them as it relates to attendance. And if you can't, if you need me, you can call me, and that's my number. So I just want to let you know, this is what you signed at the beginning of the school year during orientation is an attendance policy that is district wide. It gives you their daily attendance is required in all classes, and parents is expected to call the school each day that a student is absent. We're mandated by the Wayne County Prosecuting Attorney's Office for any excessive unexcused absences. So we urge you to stress the importance and punctuality to your students. For there's unlawful and lawful excuses on why a student should be absent. The lawful ones is sickness, doctor's appointments, religious holidays, and extreme family emergencies. As you can see, the unexcused one, and I just want to highlight just one of them is the travel. The travel, we know that some kids are in outside activities that requires them to travel, and we have breaks for that. So if your student is already challenged in attendance and academics, I will I will talk to the principals at any time for about the travel and get their okay. But if they're struggling with the attendance and with academics, it'll be questionable if we would excuse the absences. And weather is one of the things when it's bad outside, we shut down the school, so that's not an excused absence. So, as I stated before, attending school regularly is the law. And here's the MC Code, Act 451 of 1976. So, all children from 6 to 18 must attend school regularly. We have 9 months of school, 180 days. We have to be in school 1,098 hours a school year. So just think about it. It's just like 18 is 9 days total for the whole school year that a student would not be considered chronically absent. But 18 is like two is too much. Two days a month is too much for a student to miss school. Um, Chronically absent, it goes with excused absence, unexcused absence, and suspensions. That's what equals chronically absent students. I know you say, well, excused absence, I excuse them. They're still absent. They're not present in school. So they're still considered absent by Michigan Department of Education. That is, so when you excuse an absent, we thank you, and that means that they can get the required work that they missed, but it still doesn't take away the absence. So why attendance is important. Statistics shows that if a student is in pre-K to first grade, chronically absent, it'll go to third grade. They'll have the inability to read on grade level. In middle school, it'll be a lower achievement. And then the disinterest for school starts happening, and more likely in high school to drop out of high school. Here at Chandler Park, we have the wraparound approach. We have an attendance district team, which Mr. Williams is a part of. As you can see, his district community and parent liaison, attendance officers, our school social workers, our school counselors. We have 3 teachers on this district team. Our school leaders is they have an attendance person that comes into our meetings. We get with our coaches because it takes all of us to make sure that we're doing the right thing to help kids come to school. What we're doing. This is our second year of the attendance monitoring program, and it's highly successful when we have the parent on and the student that understands what is required of them. We hold student meetings with just the students and the attendance agent, talking to the students, giving them pep talks. This current school year, I am so proud to report to you all that at the high school and the middle school, they had some students that were on attendance monitoring program. They did it successfully through the quarter 1, and they were removed from the attendance monitoring program. And now they no longer have to submit those documents each day. But it's about relationship building here. Um, the we had our back to school rally, which it was focused clearly on attendance and breaking barriers, the barriers of uniforms, school supplies, possibly transportation. We're here. If you have a need, we ask that you reach out to that I just mentioned, that would might prevent your student from coming to school. As Mr. Williams mentioned, the first hour attendance is, and it's not just the two secondary schools, it's all three schools. We do have the early breakfast. We do have before care school latchkey for K through 8. So we do have things that will assist you. And if sometimes they are late coming in due to traffic. This is why we suggest that they don't necessarily have to eat the breakfast, but we want them to eat the breakfast. But if they don't eat the breakfast, it's good for them to be there by 7:30. They're already in the building. The bell rings, they leave the cafeteria and go to where they need to go. And as we've seen through the previous slide, is that this is something, attendance and academics go hand in hand. So that we did our back to school rally. We held it to see what we could help with our families, because our families who are in need, we want to help them get here. We want to help them get the uniform so they'll be in dress code. We want them to. We gave out gift cards and everything. So it is us as a team, parent, student, school. We also have a program within our student information system, Kinvolve, and it gives you attendance report cards. It sends out texts and calls to your students, to you as the parent, letting you know about your student missing or being late to classes. And then you can reach out to our attendance agents and speak to them personally, because it could be something. With the secondary schools, I always encourage our students to download the app of Power School app on their phones. So if the teacher, because we're human, we make mistakes as well. So if the teacher makes a mistake and marks a student absent and or tardy, they can go to their attendance officer or clerk and ask them to correct their absence or tardies. And sometimes the teacher is not looking up to see who the student is when they call their name, and that never fix it. Or a student come in tardy and the student never, and the teacher never corrects the error. So I heard that we have an attendance error. So if you have the student advocate for themselves in school while school is going on, and go see their attendance person and talk to them personally and say, Miss Singleton made a mistake in my attendance, and can you correct it?
Ms.
So
Singleton,
yes, sir.
quick question, so I can try to keep up with the chat questions. Um, so that's the secondary. What if it's an elementary student that has attendance issue and they can't advocate for
the
themselves?
the elementary kids, the parents are still receiving the same message about teachers if the teacher has made a mistake. You have to opt into what the text messages. You can't opt out and not, and then say, well, my student, I didn't get any notification. We sent out a um a mass mailing at the beginning of Kinvolve, asking permission to um send you out text messages and robocalls, and some people have opted out. So if you're not receiving that, that is why. However, your attendance officer at the elementary school has been charged. One of her duties is to verify attendance. They take attendance twice a day, one in the morning and one in the afternoon. So if a student is here in the morning and then absent in the evening, she's going to find out if your student left early and correct or not. If they haven't, then she'll correct the attendance. They run reports daily um, to correct any errors that teachers have made. Did I answer the person's question?
Uh, I believe you did. Again, parents, you see inside the chat, the attendance officers at each school are putting their email address. Again, Ms. Singleton made it being very transparent. It's not intentional or malicious but it's human data. It's humans are people are entering in the attendance. So sometimes there is an error, there is a mistake. So it's not a problem. We definitely want you to reach out to us to make sure that we are going back, looking at it, because again, it's human errors. It's people not trying to do it on purpose, but you hit the wrong button one time and don't realize then that the student is marked absent. But that's why we have the attendance officers to go back and to double check and also to support you as a parent when you call them with the concern. One of the parents asked, when is the robo text and messages are started again yet?
It started in it should have started for the secondary classes, the secondary schools. I know that they're going out to the elementary. The secondary, they're getting them too because they're calling me. So, with some questions about some things. So, you should be receiving texts and calls, and it's even a graph that comes out and shows you where your student is as it relates to attendance.
All right, one more question. I'm seeing I see it. What time is considered late the first hour? I know each school
No, each school
starts
does not have we're all on this on one accord. Oh, you talk about first hour. First
first hour.
hour, okay, first hour is 8:15.
And school starts at
Eight, well, the bell rings at 7:55. We give them a longer time to get to class during first hour because we know that we have the traffic piece. Everybody is coming in at one time. We used to have straggled times between the three, but now they're all coming in basically at the same time, I believe. And so it makes it hard for parents to go around the school um to get to, like, I know if I don't get here by 7:45, I'm stuck in the middle of you guys is coming to drop the kids off, and I just have to wait. And it's 15 minutes sometimes when I get around. So 8:15, they need to be in class ready to go.
thank you.
You're welcome. The
Yeah.
other thing that we're doing, we were and it was really, it was to our benefit. We were selected by Wayne Risa, which is Wayne County's intermediate school district. Um, they reached out to us for a participation in a pilot program, and it's called Stronger Connections. We go to out to Wayne, Michigan, where it's located, once every other month, go out there, and then we do a coaching call on on Zoom with our people, with the people that with attendance works. I'm sorry, attendance works. So what they do is they talk to us about what we're doing. They give us suggestions. They give us they teach us how to they've taught many of us how to build relationships with students, because we know this is why at the back to school rally I had a sign up sheet for students to get involved in school, because statistics again show that when a student has a sense of belonging inside of a building, inside of a school, that they're more apt to come. So, like, if they're the basketball, the football, the cheer, butterflies, young gentlemen club, those all things that they can be a part of. And butterflies and young gentlemen club starts at the elementary level and it goes on. The band, those type of things. If you have a sense of belonging, you want to be in school. And that is fact, because we have students every day that do the sports or the band or the clubs. And those students are the ones that are on my monthly attendance, perfect attendance. So it is proven that this is what we do. So, and the other thing is the relationship building. I build relationships with every kid that's in this building somehow or another. Even if it's nothing just but passing by and saying good morning. The middle school and the high school, they have the hug station. So it started at the high school with Miss Ross and Mr. Lotz coming up. When the kids come in door 5, sometimes they've argued with you on the way in and they just not feeling it. Okay, we see their faces when they come in and they'll give them a hug. Have a great day. Do your absolute best today. And the middle school has something as similar, just being of encouragement, because a lot of times, you know, they're not feeling it. And coming to school. Some days we're not feeling it coming to work. And so I go get a hug from the hug station some days. So it's that we want to build a relationship with not only your student, but you as well. We have attendance celebration. As you know, Ms. Ross just spoke on that. The We have a lot of kids at the beginning of the school year. The first 2 months of school, we have 100 kids, 125 kids. One time we had 200 kids for the first 2 months of school with perfect attendance. So we want to keep that momentum going, and we can't do it without you. So if there's anything that you are in need of or need assistance with in helping getting the kids to school so they can stay on a perfect attendance list, their names are in the a case. They're showcased, and we feed them. But this time we're doing something different. We're doing a popcorn movie in a popcorn, as Miss Ross um, stated. But this year we're going to show more love to our improved attendance kids. We're going to get those kids, because it is, if I tell you you have an attendance issue and we're working and you're on an attendance monitoring program, those kids need to be celebrated as well. Now, this is our trends for absenteeism. As you can see in 2023, where we were, as the blue is 2023, the red and is the absenteeism. I'm sorry, and then the gold is last 24-25 school year. As you can see, we went up and then we come down. Everybody in all the years, it was during the 23-24 school year when we struggled, and you can see where we were last year. And I know it has a lot to do with our Kinvolve and with our attendance monitoring program and having the right people in place to assist, to have those strong connections with our students. So 90% of success is showing up. So any questions for me?
Parents, any questions for Ms. Singleton when it comes to, or any of the attendance officers when it comes to attendance? I know I see a few more questions in the chat.
Okay.
Any more questions about this presentation tonight? Yeah, thank you, Ms. Pace, for putting in time that students are to be inside the class, inside the building. And of course, the students have transition time in middle and high school, get to give them class to class. So you should also get a robo-text about your kids being targeted to class as well, and let alone absent for the day. We're not trying to work your nerves, but we want you to know that it's very important for kids to get out the hallway and get to class on time, and we inform you so that you can help us with your child. And does attendance start over each quarter, Stephen?
No, because it doesn't start over for us as it relates to the state of Michigan. We
Right.
have to. It goes from it. What we do is we start over at the end of the school year. So every school year, your student is a clean slate for the upcoming school year. But the Michigan Department of Education is 1 year. So the 25-26 school year. Now, each month, what we do we don't look at what they've done last month as it relates to attendance. They all have a fresh start on the beginning of the month to be a part of perfect attendance or improved attendance.
Thank you. Right. So chronic absenteeism does start over, but the
Mm,
month-to-month attendance does start over, parents. So
mm.
if your kid was not perfect in October, they should surely be perfect in November. All right. Well, thank you, Ms. Singleton. Thank you, Ms. Dillard, Ms. Pace, and Ms. Robinson for joining on again. Parents, if you have any questions about attendance, all of their contact information is inside the chat. We have one per school. Ms. Pace is high school, Robinson Elementary, Ms. Dillard is middle school, and they're here to support you and your child any way possible to make sure that they are getting to school on time and on school and on time every day. So I know there's some questions about the extra credit. So parents, so I sent a list out to the principals. So we were able to get the extra credit back going again. So those parents, thank you, who attended last month, your child should receive that extra credit in their math class before next Tuesday, before we go to break. 2 weeks after that, those parents who attended session a day, those students would get extra credit in their ELA class. That's for elementary, no, I'm sorry, middle school and high school. So again, look for that math extra credit by this upcoming Tuesday. And when we get back from break, the ELA credit for November will be given. And then Mr. Anderson and his team will put together goodie bags for the students who attended elementary because they don't do extra credit in there. So make sure. So yeah, so we thought we had to shift to free dress day, but we didn't. We don't have to shift to free dress day. We actually going to do the extra credit. I think it's more beneficial to the kids. We thought we couldn't do extra credit because of how our grade book is set up, but we can. So to this month will be extra credit in ELA class, and then the following month we'll switch to another subject. So it'll be extra credit in the ELA class. That I can see that is
They get free
Miss
dress if they come to school when they get perfect attendance.
Miss Nobles. Yeah. So we're doing this month's ELA. The flyer was a little confusing because we thought we could not be able to slide the extra credit in there. But Principal Green assured me that we still can do that. So again, if you attended last month, October, the students will receive math extra credit before next Tuesday. And then 2 weeks after that, we get back from Thanksgiving break, they will get the ELA credit for this month for those parents who attended for their students. And then those kids, elementary, would get a goodie bag that the kids so highly enjoy. Thank you, parents, again for coming out. We've had two great back-to-back months of parents supporting the PPA meeting and coming out. We won't have one next month because I'm encouraging my parents in December, whether your child is involved with performing arts or the band or not, but just please come out to our middle school winter concert and our high school winter concert. Phenomenal productions, and just be a parent that support kids. A lot of you guys kids are involved in band or involved in choir, involved in performing arts. There'll be performance that we don't have a meeting next month because I want to make sure I want to encourage parents to attend those concerts. But again, if your child is not there, not performing, you and your child, you and your family come to support the CPA students as they put on their yearly winter concerts for the middle school as well as the high school. Is there any other questions before we let you guys go? You can unmute yourself and just holler at me, or you can put it in the chat. And you can always email me at Williams, WILLIAMSK at channelparkacademy.net. I am the district parent and community liaison, so any parent concerns you may have, I work closely with the principals to make sure that everybody is taken care of and that they're in your supply, your supported, your needed support is taken care of. Do they wear a uniform for the field trip? Mr. Green, are they wearing uniforms for that field trip on to Michigan State?
So they are wearing they're actually gonna no they're gonna be getting they're receiving a shirt from Mr. Allen, which is a Michigan State shirt that they'll wear, and then I believe that they can wear jeans with that. So but they are receiving a shirt that they'll have to wear with the Michigan State Spartan on it that's given free to them from Mr. Allen, their teacher, and then they'll be able to wear some jeans with that. But the kids who are going on the trip, that it was in the field trip form, so I'm not sure what it told them, but it was in the form itself. So the students who received the slip for the permission slip should know that. If they don't know for sure, if a parent on this line don't know, then come to the office on tomorrow or call the office tomorrow and we'll make sure we get that cleared up exactly what it is. Because I didn't, again, it's it's not being done by the uh the school. It's been done by an individual teacher, and so we can find that out. But I do know they are going to wear the Michigan State shirt that he purchased for every student.
Gotcha, gotcha. Thank you, thank you. Ms. Hudgens, I don't know well, I can't see right now what grade, what school your child is in, but if you're not receiving the updates, give the school a call and ask the office to verify that we have um, your correct phone number and email address. And Ms. Seaman said something earlier about sometimes some parents by mistake, they may opt out of the text message, opt out of the email. So I want to make sure they can walk you through and show you to so ninth grade. So yeah, give them Miss Watson a call tomorrow to make sure that your information is correct in the system because it's very important that you receive all the school. We send out some, almost every day, just updates about what's going on, what things are to come. So make sure that you get that. Make sure we have your correct information in the system, and you have not blocked us. The tickets for, see, do you know the tickets for the winter concert?
No, I was just thinking about that. No, I do not know but Miss Franks, if you let me know your students' names, I can get that information to you, as well as Miss Huggins. I'll look up Jeremiah to see if we're blocked by accident, and I'll reach out to you again.
Are
Okay?
you are you asking for the cost of winter concert?
Yes.
Yes.
It's $5.
Okay.
If you're under five, you get in free. But it's $5 a person.
$5 parents and students.
Yep.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Mr. Williams, one
Yes.
question.
Yes.
What is there going to be a senior meeting coming up soon? You know about what's get ready to start, what's going on,
But
so we can
yeah,
get prepared.
we're gonna start at the beginning of the school year. We're gonna have a
Okay.
meeting with them before Christmas break with them just alone.
Okay.
Because we're having some challenges with our seniors right now. And
I can imagine.
this was not what I signed up for. You know what I'm saying? I thought this was a, a calm group, but they
Imagine.
have senioritis already, believe it or not.
Yes, I
So
know.
we're going to have a meeting with them to get them back on track
Okay.
regarding behavior, attendance, and all that kind of stuff, and get them in touch with Mr. Watkins because that's the important thing, that they have a plan for after they leave here. So that's what Mr. Watkins will be in that meeting as well. Then we'll go back out to the parents in January to get everything, all the other stuff solidified and get you up to date with prom and all of that stuff. Okay.
Okay.
We're
Thank you.
also,
Appreciate that.
hey guys, we're also going to have a meeting with the seniors. I was meeting with the person from the college who works with Mr. Watkins. We're going to meet with them too as well to make sure everyone has completed FAFSA, whether they're going to go to college or not, to make sure everyone knows about the TIP program, which is a program where if you've received any type of benefits from the state of Michigan, whether it's been the bridge card, Medicaid, or anything like that, you qualify for the TIP program. So we're going to make sure that students have that information so you can get that. They give a lot of money towards college. It's really useful and really great. And so he's going to do that. And he's also going to check in with what are their next steps, whether it's college, the work field, technical school, or whatever. So he did meet with me today, matter of fact, so we can try to get a date to go over some of those things on the checklist with the students that they need to complete as well. So Ms. Singleton, I'll loop you in on that as well. You're their advisor and definitely need you there for that.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
So
All right.
parents, please make sure that you follow us on social media because everything that we do in the district, if they announce it on social, whether it be Facebook or Instagram, make sure you don't have us blocked. We send out notifications for advertising and everything that all the principals talked about going on. We make sure we send the communication home. We want to make sure we're doing a good job communicating with you guys to make sure that you guys are in the loop. But this meeting is for you to talk, ask questions, concerns, ideas, questions, whatever. That's why we come every third Wednesday to make sure that you have a voice, you have an opportunity to reach out to any of us. We're available anytime. 24/7. You can reach out to us. But this meeting is specifically for parents to be able to, hey, I didn't think about something, got a question about something. As you can see, the support we have from different people every month somebody new is coming to present to make sure we're keeping you up to breast of what's going on. Miss Franks, I see that you want Principal Green to give you a call. I'll email Principal Green with Essence name and have him reach out to you tomorrow. I think Miss Dillard may be also going to chime in and give you a call as well. But either way, I'll make sure the middle school Miss Franks reaches out to you tomorrow and see what you need. That's what we're here for. Anybody else get any other questions? Oh, we've got one more new one. Okay, let's see.
That she
Okay.
was just saying,
All
okay.
right, all right. So if not any more questions, concerns, suggestions, ideas, we're here for all that as well. We're a community. We're a big family here. Again, you can reach out to me at williamsk@chandlerparkacademy.net, and I'm in contact with all of the 3 schools. So whatever questions, concerns, ideas you have, I can get you to the right person. Make sure that we are supporting you and your child. All right.
All right.
Everybody have a great night and try to stay warm
That's
if
sure.
it's possible. All right.
Have a good
Bye-bye.
evening, parents.
Thank
Good
you,
night.
attendance team.
Good
Thank you,
night,
attendance team. Ms.
everyone.
Pace, Ms. Robinson, Ms. Dillard. Thank you, Ms. Singer. Appreciate you guys.
You're welcome.
And
You're
have a great
welcome.
happy Thanksgiving to everybody as well.
Hi, Mr. Williams.
Hey, what up, though? Hey, Millie.
Now what up, though?
You know how we do it, Ross. Good playing.
Go to bed.